Alright, what's up everybody and welcome back to another episode of Sewer Science. That's right, it is the Florencio Files down here in the bottom left on his Dancraft account playing Terran. Florencio going to be going for a depot wall-off and what appears to be a proxy barracks build order. His opponent in the top right getting some love hearts for their good luck, have fun at the start. It's Nicoloso. Zerg vs Terran match, one which has led to some disastrous, weird, and wacky games for Florencio in the past. I say as I spit on my microphone just 20-30 seconds into the video. Wow, gross. Actually, it's not a barracks rush, guys. It's an engineering bay. For those who aren't familiar with Florencio, he is an absolute monster. He's a sewer beast. He's a badass from the depths of the dark depths of the dirty internet. But he's up against a pool first. Now, interesting, Nicoloso not building more drones right now. And it's only at 14 supplies. So a bit of a dodgy build order, Nicoloso. Could have built quite a few more drones in the meantime while waiting for this pool to finish. And Florencio, he baits him into taking a third. And then he proxies a barracks and has another barracks at home. This is a dirty build. So he can build Reapers from here. And if he wants, he could get Marines here as well. Try to get a bunker up and deny this hatchery. And of course, Nicoloso not checking it. Oh, you always got to go check that third base whenever you get your natural blocked guys. Otherwise, you will end up in trouble. Obviously, there's plenty of Zerglings to defend. The problem is they're probably going to go right across the map. Run into a wall off, a Reaper maybe as well. Meanwhile, Marines will be building up in secret. Does he go for the engineering bay? He's going to leave the engineering bay. Now, that's a bit of a weird choice because that means you don't get to take a third base, mate. Gotta think twice about sending those lings across the map, Nicoloso. Anyway, for those who don't know, we actually cast an icy farm map recently, and I was shocked by the command center lifting up to join up with an SCV pool. Apparently, I've cast 2 or 3 games where Florencio's done that move before, and I just completely forgot about it because I have the memory of a goldfish. So, yeah, not the smartest, guys. What can I say? Speaking of not the smartest, this drone is going to have to go take this third base. Oh, what an awkward expansion pattern. And Nicoloso about to find out. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's a tough position. And losing this hatchery, I mean, if you're on one base, a lot of Zergs are going to feel forced to all in. He's even bringing that drone back. He's going to try and build a spine crawler down here, but the Reaper's going after it. Second bunker building on the front, and already Nicoloso is feeling the pressure, feeling that heat creep up his neck. The blood rush to his head a little bit, and maybe seeing red here. Because honestly, that's what Florencio's style is all about in StarCraft. Florencio is a StarCraft player who basically just plays to his opponent's psychology. He's all about putting you in a rough position, tricking you into doing something like taking an exposed hatchery, secretly bunker rushing it, and then watching you get mad and make bad decisions for the rest of the game. Because let's be real, guys, Florencio's macro, his solid follow-up, his economics of StarCraft, they're pretty average. He's still only at 21 SCVs, 3.5 minutes into the game. He's not really building workers right now behind this, but he's just focusing on the front because he knows if he keeps microing this, he can tilt his opponent out of the game. He sees a Baneling nest and a lot of Zerglings, but it looks like he will be able to take the hatchery out. Nicoloso essentially is getting baited into all-inning him. The thing is, I don't know if Florencio is ready. He even loses his Reaper to the Broodlings, which means he's got nothing at home. He's building Marines right now. Okay, he's going to make a bunker in the back of his mineral line. The classic, the Florencio 300 IQ bunker. It's so ridiculous because a lot of the times light pressures at the front can ruin him because he doesn't have anything guarding the front, but it saves his bacon, especially look at this depot surrounding it. It can save his bacon sometimes. The problem is that's a lot of Zerglings. Ooh, me, oh my. Luckily for him, link speed did get forgotten. Unfortunately for him, Banelings are morphing, which can blow that wall up very easily. SCVs are trying to repair. 2 on each side will be able to defend. I love that his Marines aren't even trying to kill the Zerglings. He's just trying to get Marines into the bunker as quickly as possible. 1 Hellion's about to pop out, but that isn't really enough. There are still 6 Marines on the other side of the map, but they can't get home. They'll just get surrounded by Zerglings. Banelings blow up the depot. Unfortunately, the SCVs weren't repairing it. Command center does finish, but oh god, oh god, oh god, the SCVs! Okay, the SCVs change paths. Oh, the Zerglings do, sorry. They go after the Hellion. Run, run, run! You can't let that Baneling hit you! Oh my god, if that Baneling hits the SCVs, this is so bad. Oh, it hits the Hellion though, really bad there for Nicoloso. Not actually getting on the front of the SCVs. This is an absolute disaster of mid-tier StarCraft right now. I was going to say low level, but Florencio's actually been playing I believe he even got to Diamond 1 at one point with one of his Terran accounts. So depending on what build he's doing, you never know how high level his opponents are. This one, though, is looking like Nicolosso's in the tilt zone. I got to say, more Banelings, more Zerglings on the way, but with Link Speed coming, no hatcheries behind it just yet. No injects going down, but they've been queued up in the main base. He's going to build another barracks. Oh! Okay, there's no way he can defend such a big onslaught of Ling Bane, guys. If they just get in the mineral line, he's screwed. But the Hellion is playing Ring Around the Rosie, pocket full of dumbass Baneling. And pocket full of dumbass Baneling is exactly what Nicoloso is doing right now. Florencio is breaking his brain. The Hellions have gone down. Florencio with some bad micro. He's going to try and wall off, but there's openings here, openings there. All Nicoloso needs to do is walk the Banelings in the mineral line. He will kill all these SCVs and win this game. But Florencio right now, his Hellions are kiting him, baiting him. That Hellion accidentally attacks the depot. The Banelings afraid to commit in there. The Zerg, there's an opening there? That's not even walled off. The Banelings could walk right into the mineral line, but Nicolosso's brain is hemorrhaging. Blood is dripping out of his ears right now. For those who don't know, when your opponent does a rush like this to you, you get a bit mad. You see a bit of red. You go, stupid bloody Terran players. And that's exactly what's going on in Nicolosso's head right now. He's making mass Banelings and not simply walking them into the mineral line. It's right there. Blow this depot up, please. Florencio's hanging on for dear life. He baited his opponent into all-inning him, and he's actually got no way of stopping it other than a bunker in the back, which doesn't even protect the workers because it can't shoot until the units are in the mineral line. And yet Nicolosso's like, you know what? I'm going to inject me hatchery and rally more Zerglings, but I'm not going to click them in the base. What are you doing? You could click the depot and then walk in the mineral line. You could blow the factory up. He clicks on the barracks? On the barracks? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, Nicolosso, more like Nica no brain. Sorry, Nicolosso. We've all been there. Florencio applies the stress, and you freak out. It happens. The Lings are coming in now as well. The SCV's trying to repair that planetary from the backside. They couldn't take it down. And the Marines that unloaded from the bunker are actually pulling the entire army home, buying Florencio the time he needs to get the planetary fortress up. Holy crap. The 6 Marines from the early game proxy are actually going to end up doing it. The drones get pulled to fight. The Queen's derping around, looking a little bit lost there. The drones do go back to mining, and 1,400 minerals. Nicolosso has still not built a hatchery. Are you kidding me? Hatcheries! Now! Build 4 of them, please! The Lings and Banes are going home. Florencio is stuck on one base with Jackal economy, guys. I love that he baited his opponent into all-inning him, and he didn't even have a response ready, but admittedly, I like the defensive barracks. The trick is, though, guys, you need to build the barracks to the left, where it's like almost half blocking this mineral patch, and the workers have to mine on the left side of the mineral patch. That way it fully walls it off. Otherwise, they can get right in there. So that barracks being misplaced left an opening there, and it left an opening down the bottom side as well. So that was the big mistake that Florencio made. Luckily for him, Nicolosso was too angry and didn't take advantage. On the downside, Florencio now has a planetary fortress inside his main base. You might be wondering, wasn't that good? Well, it doesn't help him secure an expansion, does it, guys? Does it? He's stuck on one base for a long time, which is terrible. It's already 8 minutes into the game. Luckily for him, Nicolosso's brain is still bleeding a little bit. Just some light to medium hemorrhage, has thousands of resources, and he's only building one hatchery. Could be taking the entire map. Does clean up the bunker, though. Force the barracks to go home. That's all good stuff. The Lings are denying the natural. I like that Nicolosso still, rather than going, it's a one-base player, let's take 4 bases and get ahead, is darting back and forth with the Zerglings going, I'll just hang out in here if you don't mind. The Hellion's like, we have flamethrowers. The Zergling's like, what's a flamethrower? The Hellion's like, oh, it's okay. Some things are better explained rather than, or shown to you rather than explain. How about show, don't tell? That's what I'm trying to get at. Oh, I said it the wrong way around there, didn't I? Hellions are going to come out the front. The Lings and the Banes trying to turn around. The Banelings getting picked off. Florencio's having fun microing these Hellions. And yet for some reason the Zerglings are still there. Nicolosso does start an expansion. And starts droning. Oh my. I love it. I love it, guys. It's like we're watching both of their brains just kind of like catching a little bit. And the spine crawlers are moving around. But finally, I think Nicolosso is basically gonna realize droning up may be the way to do it. Florencio, he's gonna float the command center down. I mean, surely he's screwed, just because the Zerg has actually finally started droning, and it may have taken them a long time to do it, but Florencio baited the Zerg into all-inning. Absolutely genius play. Had the sexy bunker in the back. Unfortunately, bunker might not die, but it only really defends Zerglings, right? That's the downside of this bunker, which, by the way, that's an SCV in there. Bloody Dennis. Dennis, the lazy SCV. He's a bit of a bludger. Just taking some time off work there. No one knows he's permanently on Smoko inside the bunker. But yeah, this defends you from Zerglings in your mineral line because you can just pull the SCVs back. But Roaches or Banelings can always just pick off the workers without really the bunker doing anything. And that's the big problem. Even though the Banelings didn't get in the mineral line, it was still under heavy threat. Now, there's a new planetary on the natural and some gases mining, but Zerg's got a Spire. 1-1 upgrades are making, and the Zerg player is droning up rather hard as well. On the other hand, Florencio has some broom cars with flamethrowers attached, and right now, he is looking to make some barbecue. Not a good time for drones to be moving out. Luckily, it's only a few of them. Queen will try to fight the Hellions. More than a match for a single Queen. Spire's almost done. Going to need those mutas out real quick. Hellions take pretty much forever to kill a hatchery. Florencio behind this. He's going for a fusion core and blue flame. So blue flame alien Battlecruiser. Your standard composition, guys. That is how Zerg vs. Terran works after all. And now what do we got? Okay, the Hellions move to the left. Now, Zerglings really can't do anything against that number of Hellions. He just has to wait for the mutas. I wonder if the hatchery dies. 600 hit points. Queens coming forward. I think the Queens and the Lings can buy enough time, especially with the Spine Crawler coming out. And now the Mutalisks are popping as well. The Hellions just going to back off. Florencio playing very wisely there. Does not overcommit. He's got a 4th command center on the way, which unfortunately will only be his 3rd base. Missile turrets are building right now. He doesn't have any covering his production, and he starts a single Cyclone. No money for Battlecruisers just yet. Florencio a little bit broke. Gonna have to focus on his economy, and the downside of that is that means Nicoloso, who may be in a bit of a heightened state of arousal from the early game, is going to have full map control to do whatever they want. But Nicoloso decides to focus on microing mutas rather than building 2 or 3 more bases. He's going to attack a floating barracks. And the Hellions like, hey, the mutas are attacking my barracks. The mutas are attacking my barracks. Florencio scratches together his brain cells. Electricity just friggin' shoots off, and he says, you know what? The mutas were the only thing stopping my Hellions! And he's back for more. Roasts those Zerglings with Blue Flame. Unfortunately for him, there's no actual drones on the base, but this will force those Hellions, or those mutas, to come home. Oh, drones popping out! Hellions not quite able to get him. The Hellions would love to kill that hatchery, but they just do so little damage is the problem. And the mutas are here. Nicoloso gonna clean up those Hellions. They go for the Queen. They're not quite able to get it. Essentially rather frustrated is Florencio there. He's got Magfield on the way and a few Cyclones, but against 4 mutas, well, that's more than enough, actually. 6 mutas more are on the way. Nicoloso's macro right now, probably normally not too bad, but right now what you guys are seeing is the severe brain hemorrhaging that happens when you play early game versus Florencio. People always look at these games, they say, Pig, is this Silver League in the comments? Is this Gold League? And I always go, it kind of looks like it, doesn't it? What you've got to realize is that you could be a Diamond player out there, and you're proud. You worked hard to get Diamond 2. Your builds kind of look like a vague approximation of what a pro gamer does. Ooh, Nicoloso loses 1, 2, 3 mutas. Ouch! Nice play by Florencio. So as I was saying, you worked pretty hard to get Diamond 2. You think, kind of play like the pros. It's obviously worse in many areas, but you know, it's in the same vein, and like I've got reasonably good awareness of what's going on. And you do normally when your opponent plays the meta and does normal things. But I guarantee you, I could take you Diamond 2 lads and throw you in a pit with Florencio, and especially if you don't know who he is and you're just playing a ladder game and it starts like this, your level of play will crash into the floor. The funny thing is, those are the games that go, oh, I was just really thrown off because of the cheese. Oh, I wasn't playing my best. You know what? Florencio has a special talent. It's almost a superpower, some would say, and that is his opponents never play their best against him. They almost always play like arse. And that's because he is a very annoying player who just does weird, disruptive things you've never seen. How often do you think Nicoloso's played against that early game and then against a guy who builds a planetary there and walls off his main with buildings and has a bunker in the back? Like, what even is that? And now he's playing against Cyclones with mutas, and he's like, okay, I guess I build more. Little is he expecting the Ghost transition and Battlecruiser transition. Like, building armors on the way for Florencio as well. Florencio is doing all of the stupid right now, and I'm all here for it. I'm all about it. The mutas are going to come in, see what damage they can get. They catch a Battlecruiser moving out. Ooh, Battlecruiser cannot fight that many mutas. Cyclones can kite back to the missile turrets and fight, but ooh, he says, screw it. Best defense is a good offense. Yeah. goes across that map. He's going to start fighting those queens. One Ghost Academy goes down. Cyclone's getting some locks. At least a few of these mutas will be going down, and indeed they do. Damn, man. Oh, we already lost 3 before. Another 4 Mutalisks go down. Now these queens go down. Nick also going to build some spores, but forgets to run the drones away. And he's building Corruptors and Lings, but taking so much damage. Yes, the BC will die, but not before getting a good amount of damage. 11 kills, including 2 queens. On the downside for Florencio, Nicoloso has 2 more hatcheries on the way. A 4th is up, a 5th is almost finished, and all Nicoloso needs to do is hold the drone key down, and they will viciously outscale Florencio. Florencio right now, he's built a pit. He's filled it with spikes. He's built a wall behind that. He's built another pit with more spikes. He's set some mines in the ground. And he's basically laid out the barbed wire, and he's hoping his opponent's dumb enough to charge into it. Nicoloso needs to just hold the worker count down, build the economy, and swarm him off 70 or 80 workers. But Nicoloso's diving into the spiked pit. Oh no! Oh no! Another 3 Mutalisks die for a missile turret. And he gets caught by the Cyclones. He does take 1 Cyclone out, but for what? He loses like 4 or 5 mutas. He's up to 14 mutas dead. Nicoloso, please just build your economy. Nicoloso's massing queens right now, which has got to be a misclick. I think that was meant to be building something else. Is making Baneling speed and Zerglings, and is still sitting at 40 drones. A Terran who is camping with static defense. A sure sign of investing in just sitting there. I mean, I kind of like to think of it as, imagine if we had like real life sports, but it was like, imagine it's like a boxing match or something, or it's just like some sort of war, but in an arena. But the players, like, they have to like pick their skills, and like, it's like a draft system, and your opponent drafts like planetary fortress, missile turret, and bunker in the back of the base with building armor card, and you're like, oh, those are your cards, those are what you're playing, and you're like, okay. Now this is where the advanced StarCraft player, thinking cool, calm, and collected, someone's sitting there drinking their tea, having a sip of their coffee, having a beer maybe, watching a video, some stupid Australian casting a game. They go, well, obviously you meant to take the entire map, cover it, tech up to Hive, take 90 drones, and then just keep denying the 4th base and just look for some good fights. Once you have a critical economy advantage, smash into them with mass banelings, roll through the planetaries, and win the game. Unfortunately, right now, Nicoloso is, of course, 17 minutes into a game where they've been seeing red for the entire game because they had their expansion bopped, and then there was Hellions, and there was Battlecruiser, there's bloody planetaries everywhere. And the last time they played against a guy who had planetaries, the game went for freaking 35 minutes, and there was just Battlecruisers everywhere, and it was bloody nightmare, and even thinking about it is a traumatic experience. And that's where Nicoloso is right now. Nicoloso is in a bit of a tough spot, but they've got their wits about them. They've built 62 drones. They've got Ling, Bane, Corruptor, Muta, and I still give them a massive advantage because Florencio's follow-up, I'd normally say, God, you're giving the Terran too much time. But he's not. It's Florencio, and Florencio is so slow to take the advantage because of his investment in static. Remember, he can't actually get aggressive on the map. He's invested in static, but I like that call, and nuke comes in on that base. You better run that drone away, buddy. Oh no, he's trying to rely on moving the spore. No, you know it's there. You moved the spore there. Oh my God, luckily it didn't get the whole drone line. It was a little bit too far back. Oh man. Dude, you know what happened, guys? These 2 Cyclones ran in on the right side and they distracted the entire army. Nicoloso knew where the nuke was and got distracted by 2 Cyclones. Oh my. There's another ghost coming in on that right side. Have we already queued it up? Oh, he has. And once again, the ghost is in vision. Oh, Banelings going for the worker line. Can he get rid of this? Oh my God, that's quite a few Banelings. Oh, so many Banelings coming in from the other side. Oh my Lord, so many Banelings. I would have loved to see those Banes just kill those Cyclones and have Zerglings clear the turrets, but he's going to back off his Nicoloso. Oh! He just lost the whole mineral line. I can't believe you missed that 22 kill ghost. 22 kill ghost. Oh God, oh God, oh God. That was a 22 kill nuke, everybody. Oh my God. And now Nicoloso's down to just 30 drones. He might be dead. Another nuke's going to land on this base. The Corruptors get shot down by the Cyclones. Florencio's only on 2 base himself, though. His income does suck. Oh, the Lings are going to get him. He doesn't have any cloak energy. Oh, the nuke does not come down. If you kill that ghost anywhere before the nuke lands, it will get cancelled up until you can actually see the nuke graphic dropping on the screen. That's the only point where it's too late, which is about the last second, maybe 1.5 seconds of that nuke landing. 4 Thors are on the way for Florencio, but he can't even secure a 3rd mate. He's going to have to lift his main base down there. He's starving for resources right now. Starving Marvin. Not looking too good. And Nickel also spends his entire bank on banelings. You need to re-drone. You're only at 29 workers. Nickel also is just breathing heavy and going, what the hell just happened? Oh my god, I killed his economy. I think I'm okay. But you just lost all the economy on your third and now starts rebuilding drones, but has already spent all the minerals on banelings, a spine, and zerglings. Oh me, oh my. Florencio is not done just yet either. He's got more nukes on the way. Nickel also wants an easy target, but can't find it. There's no bases sitting out there. Would love to see him clear up these turrets, but there's a tank on the high ground. Nuke goes down on the northern base. Florencio plays himself, though, not realizing that never got rebuilt. But good to see this ghost follows orders, doesn't question them. He's a good soldier, that lad. He's going to damage the extractors, clear some creep tumors. Not doing too much else. 32 Zerglings are on the way. Nickel also is allergic to rebuilding economy. It's just mass Ling, Bane, or die trying. They do have 2-2 upgrades as well. 2 Hellions are going to drive in here. Oh, ow. But with the +2 carapace, they're not able to get 2-shot, thankfully. And Florencio will eventually kill them. The Spine Crawler and the Zerglings cleaned it up. 7 more drones are on the way. Florencio with his geriatric macro slowly going to start lifting this one out to the third, where he will try to get the slowest erection of all time up. That siege tank on the high ground going to punish those Zerglings. Remember, building armor is on these buildings, and we'll see how we go. The Sewer Science. What can you do from here as Florencio, though? I mean, I guess you just keep nuking. This ghost ran away. It's going to run back in, but it's only got 20 energy. I think he needed to wait with that one until it had a bit more energy. This one's going to get spotted. Unlikely that catches his opponent. Luckily for him, though, Nicolosso's entire army is on the wrong side of the map. And the cloak lasts for a few seconds, and it runs out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, let's go to Nicolosso's camera. He's not watching, he's attacking! He's not watching, he's going for his own attack. A nuke. Nuclear launch detected, mate. Oh god, he's not looking. Oh god, he's not looking. He's just re-droned that base. He just finished re-droning this base. Not again! No! Oh my god, and instantly the ghost is up to 24 kills. Starts calling in another nuke. Realizes, oh, I have to cancel that so I can kill the queen. The queen gets away on 1 hit point. Nicolosso, please rebuild your drones. Please rebuild your drones. I love that Nicolosso, this is something we've noticed in watching so many Florencio games, is when people's panic sets in, they forget what workers are. They focus only on fighting things. Spines, spores, Ling, Bane. Spines, spores, Ling, Bane. Lost 20 drones? What's the answer? Spines, spores, Ling, Bane. Oh, we remembered! Nicolosso builds 23 workers. Very nice. And for some reason is rallying drones to over here. I don't... That's some nonsense commands, that is. I love it. Oh, no. Drones are all popping right now. Uh-oh. This is not a good time for this to be happening to Nicolosso. Nicolosso's army is once again on the other side of the map, not defending at all. Oh, God. The Hellbats are going to morph. They can click that hatchery down. If they split up and fight the Spines, I don't think they'll do too well. They're going to try and fight the Spine Crawler on the right side all together. That should work out okay. The Ling Bane's still here. Ghost coming in one more time to nuke an empty base. He's going to walk right past that Spore Crawler. Nicolosso's Ling Bane running around like a headless chicken at this point. The Queens are going to go down on this base if Nicolosso doesn't fix it up. Ghost coming in. There's a Spore Crawler. He's walked past 2 Spore Crawlers. He's calling it a nuke right next to a Spore Crawler, and luckily, I don't think Nicolosso saw it, but he A-moved the Hellbats and coincidentally cleaned it up. I still think Nicolosso is in a dark place. All Nicolosso needs to do theoretically is build drones up to 60 or 70, build a few hatcheries, remake an army. Florencio's economy is so bad and has been for so long. He's got a ghost, he's got a nuke, he's got 4 Thors and 2 tanks. He's got no upgrades for his armor or attack because he's Florencio, he doesn't believe in those. Unfortunately for Nicolosso, he doesn't have roach speed. If he can deny this base, that might be worth it, but he's a little bit strung out right now. This army very spread. Baneling's not very good versus Thors. Oh, Baneling's on Thors! It's not pretty. Oh, God. I mean, you could do that if you have enough economy. But, of course, Nicolosso's only on even economy. And now he's going to click the planetary with the remaining units. Oh, no. After Florencio lost the third, I thought he might change it up into air. Instead, he's going for, I'm going to keep nuking you to keep your blood pressure high and keep you stressed out. And I'm just going to rebuild my spiked pit at my third base. And I know you're a barbarian and you're going to get freaked out by the nuke and you're going to run into it again. And then while you're doing that, you're going to take another nuke to the face. Oh my God, this ghost is on 20 kills. Another pack of drones goes down. And of course, Nicholas is like, the best defense is YOLO. I don't know if it is, man. Okay, so this ghost is calling a nuke across the gap. Unfortunately, he's not going to hit that many. That base has 30 drones on it, though. Oh, Ravager's coming in. Mass repair is good, though. Planetary has a lot of kills. About 5 or 8 drones did go down on the north side of that mineral line. Not the worst, but not the greatest. Planetary Fortress up to 5 kills. The Ravagers have to back off. Nicolosso now rebuilding 17 drones. Is it just me, or do Zerg players do this when they're in this really stressed out mind state? They only build drones after they throw away an army. Like, I keep saying, like, you lost drones, build workers, then make the army and go win the game. But there's like this habit that Florencio puts them in with the nukes where it's like it just keeps freaking them out and interrupting any moment where they might calm down and focus on the fundamentals. It's like bam, nuke, bam, nuke, bam, nuke, bam, Hellion run by, nuke, Hellion run by, nuke, Hellion run by. And it just keeps them in this heightened state of freaking out. And they're like, nah, nah, and they just can't seem to focus on it. And it's only when they throw an army away, they go, okay, I guess I'll make some drones and then make another army and throw that one away. Hellions are going to drive on in here. They don't have any attack upgrades, so even with Blue Flame, the +2 carapace keeping these drones alive very nicely. A few drones do go down, and only 36 workers. Nicolosso says, now's the time to make burrow. That's what I was missing this whole time. Still no roach speed. A bunch of roaches and Zerglings say, you know what? We went over the top a bunch of times. They're ready for it. Learnt. Guys, oh, they're learning from their predecessors. They read the note as they had their first day in the office. Watch out for the spiked pit in the bathroom. Don't go in there. And they said, okay, let's go sneak around and try and use the boss's bathroom. Unfortunately, little do they know, there's a planetary there. And also there's a planetary there. There's no weak points here on this 3-base setup. What you can do is deny a 4th and win the long game. But Nicol also says, long game? Long game? Do you know how many times I've been nuked? I want to win right here, right now. He's going to try and sneak into the natural. But Nicol also, you already knew this was a planetary, mate. This shouldn't be a surprise to you. You can't be breaking planetaries right now. Oh god, oh god, oh god. And we're going to drop corrosive biles on a barracks. That there is spitting on a cop car if I've ever seen one. It doesn't win you the interaction. You do end up in handcuffs, but you can be like, yeah, moral victory. I spat on your car. And they're like, I don't know if this is a victory in any sense of the word. Is he idiot? But, you know, it is what it is. Nuke's going to get called in from the low ground. Hellions are going to go for some Bernie burn. Not too bad there for Florencio, getting some more drones. And still no drones being rebuilt. Nicolosso is in a dark place. And Florencio baits his opponent into getting all in at the start of the game. Has no proper answer to the all in. But apparently just putting his opponent through a stressful enough early game is good enough to allow him to then slowly nuke torture their nipples off. Oh my lord. 9 more drones are building. If we could just have 2 or 3 more waves of that, Nicolosso, you're back in this game. Florencio's thinking about his next wave, and he says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's something we teach. It's semester 4 of science school, which is, of course, halfway through year -1. And basically, he says, Hellion run-bys plus nukes seems to be making the Zerg do dum-dum. So let's do more nukes and more Hellion harass. Oh, he cloaks at the last second, but the Overseer gets there. Ghost does go down. Another Hellion run-by on the south of the map. He says, well, we've done a few of these this game. We've killed 92 workers. Let's kill some more. Drives in one more time. Oh, I don't know if running the drones away is the play, my man. I don't know if running... Oh, scan. Scan, scan, scan. Scan, scan, scan. Oh, I think Florencio might have looked away. I not have realized they did actually burrow there. Oh, no, he does realize. Oh, no, he knows. He knows, man. Oh, God. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Oh, no. Ow, ow, ow. 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 Oh, transfuse on the drones. When Cyril does it, I go, that's pretty cool. When I see a player who's not built drones in the last 10 minutes do it, I go, oh, no. But wait, that's a big army, guys. There might not be Roach Spear. That's a lot of Roach Ravagerling Bane. Oh my god, it's spread out, though. He's attacking in a column. He's attacking in a column, guys. He's literally like marching column. Let's go. Oh, no. The ants come marching one by one. Hurrah. Hurrah. Florencio has a giant stiffy. Hurrah. Hurrah. Honestly, Florencio is so... He's rock solid right now, guys. He just wasted an entire army to kill a base that had 90 minerals and no gas left on it. Nicolosso, why? Why? And the nuke clears an entire base of mining behind it. He immediately calls it another one. Nicolosso's like, we've got to strike at the heart of the Terran, the most important base. Let us spend an entire army to kill the base that had 90 minerals remaining on it. And you're like, but Pig, if he breaks this open, he can get into the production, which also has a planetary guarding it up a ramp. Guys, there is no reason, there is no excuse. That base gets burnt down by the next nuke. And Nicolosso right now is getting Nickel lost. Oh. Sorry, that came out of my mouth, didn't it? Apologies, guys. I'll go wash my mouth out with soap after this cast, I promise you all. Spire's on the way. We've got 28 drones, 10 more rebuilding. Once again, once you throw an army away, that's when it's time to drone. I'm telling you guys, this is like a thing I'm noticing. The more games I cast of Florencio, the Zergs he plays, they used to always forget Hydra upgrades when he played Protoss. When he plays Terran, he makes them forget what droning is. That's why it's all the more impressive in the rare games where he does beat the ones that actually build a ridiculous amount of workers and rebuild them whenever he kills them. Cyclones take out a hatchery. Nice run by Zerg. Has very few units to defend. 2 Roaches, 2 Ravagers coming back from the south side. Cyclone's going to move out to the left. Planetary is up on that third. He's moved an orbital here, but he's got very few units to defend. Man, you can just see how fragile Florencio is in this game. If there was like, I don't know, 60 Zerglings, they could kill this army and just win the game right now, right? 60 Zerglings. It's not a lot, you know? It's not a lot, but when you're down to 38 drones, many of which are long-distance mining, 60 Zerglings does start to sound like a fair bit. You know what, at this point, it feels like Florencio may be ahead on the economy. Question. What does he finish the game with? Thors and tanks. Okay, he's going to play a traditional mech army now. He says, I've got some Cyclones, I've got tanks, I've got Thors. None of them get armor or attack upgrades just because he's Florencio. And he says, I don't like to make upgrades unless there's a specific purpose. And his bloody top logistics guy comes to him and he's like, sir, well, if we upgrade the armor, things can't kill them as quickly. Our army will be stronger and tougher. And Florencio will be like, name the exact way this will fuck with my opponent's brain. How will this ruin his mentality and make him hate StarCraft and potentially quit the ladder? And you're like, what? Sir, I mean, the weapon upgrades will make our units kill their units faster and more effectively. Florencio's there. He's like, I'm not seeing the upside to this. I don't want to kill them faster and more effectively. I want to slowly torture them. There's a reason why we often liken Florencio's way of playing StarCraft to attaching a couple of jumper cables to a car battery on one end and then to his opponent's nipples on the other end, and then just turning that on and off and going, ha ha ha! That's essentially what Florencio's style of StarCraft is. Better weapons, better armor. That's not fun. That doesn't involve your opponent crying themselves to bed and having dark memories about being abused by nukes all day. No. This here is a 32 kill ghost, and weapon and armor upgrades don't help you if your gun's on your back the whole time. That's right, guys. When you have hold fire on, the ghost does put their gun on their back, and they only pull it out again when they are pointing the laser light at that area. Now, Nickel also once again knows where the nuke is. Are we getting better at actually stopping it? I think we are. Oh, see that? Stops it. Nice move, Nicolosso. Wait, Nicolosso's back on 45 drones. Nicolosso could just take a few more bases, this base and this base. Take another 20 drones and Nicolosso's good, but Nicolosso once again gets up 40, 45 drones and is like, that's all I need. Nope, that's good. He's going to go Lurker Hydra. He's making a Hydra upgrade. That's pretty good. Should queue the other upgrade as well to make sure they don't forget. Hydras do okay versus this army. Tank Siege will do very good versus Lurker Hydra, though, so you got to be careful. You kind of have to ambush them, catch them out of position, that sort of thing. The Ghost coming forward. He's gonna try and nuke the army. Oh my god, does Nicolosso see it? Nicolosso sees it. He sees it. That's like the last place I would look as my army in that scenario. Spore Crawler's going to move forward there. The army runs away. Damn, that would have been so funny. You know, I admire Florencio going for the moonshot there. Some people would be like, no, just go do a safe one on the base. Force him to move his drones at the very least and cause some economic havoc. Florencio's like, ugh, I hope he doesn't see this. Florencio always goes for the trick shot. He's that guy. He's kind of annoying on your team when you're playing basketball. He always goes for the three-pointer. He doesn't shoot it properly. He does one of these ones as well. Between the legs. I don't know what you call that. The cannonball shot, I guess. I don't know what you call that. Big. Oh, no, run. Oh, he barely gets out of there with most of his units. Only a few units go down. That could have been worse. 35 kill Ghost does die in brutal fashion of the Ravager. But he says, guess what? You're distracted. Nicolosso's army in the prime defensive position in the far top left corner of the map. because that seems like a good idea. The Cyclones are going to run in and lock onto the hatchery right now. Nicolosso's lost his cool. He's lost his shit. You know he's going to be mad, guys. He's like, screw it. Screw it. I'm done. We're going to go just kill you right now. We're killing you right now. He runs forward. He runs back. His lurkers are in range of the tank fire. The tanks aren't in range of the lurker fire. This is what we call a turn around and go. Get out of there. Get out of there, bro. Florencio can scan that and take it out whenever he feels like. Cyclone's picking off Hydras on the bottom side. Florencio, wait, does he not have a scan? Oh, Florencio literally only has one orbital for scans, guys. It's the classic Florencio dilemma where this man has no detection other than missile turrets and a single orbital. Welcome to Florencio playing StarCraft, guys. He now needs to wait another minute until he can do another scan. Absolutely incredible. This man has played StarCraft 2 for 20 years. And he still gets caught 35 minutes into the game with a single orbital. I love it. Florencio, you mad dog. You know what? Because I think that's part of his strategy is if his opponents open the replay, they're going to be even more mad. Like, there's layers to this, man. He's got to destroy their psychology also when they're trying to look at the replay to learn afterwards. Battlecruiser is going to teleport on top of those lurkers. The ghost is just hanging out there. Lurker will take it out if he burrows, if he burrows, if he burrows. No, he F2'd his army away to the top left of the map. Oh, you're kidding me. There's 16 drones on minerals and 1 on gas. Oh, no, man. Only those 3 drones in the very far mineral patch survived. Another ghost with over 20 kills. The unit's lost tab is 41,000 to 27,000. He's going to nuke over there as well. He's in plain view. There's a red dot on your minimap, please. And Nicolosso does deal with it. Oh, me, oh my. Man, I'm actually getting stressed out watching this. Nicolosso's back to 20 drones. And once again, guys, Nicolosso's so good at droning. Only when they throw an army away or they lose a billion drones. But they never build extra drones to prepare for these scenarios. It's always like... It's just enough to keep you about even on economy with Florencio, but never ahead. Never ahead. The army is once again saying, hey, we've had trouble defending our economy all game. We're going to leave 1 lurker to defend our entire economy, and our army's just going to hang in the bottom right corner of the map because... Wait, are you going to attack a planetary that has no minerals left on it? He's like, well, that move earlier was a good idea on the natural, so I'm going to do it again. Okay, the Hellions are pulling back. Hellions trying to kite this army into making bad decision. This is what we call Florencio saying, hey, your mum's fat. Your mum's fat. Come and attack into my planetary fortress. You're ugly. Your genes are bad. Ha. Ha. Luckily for Nicolosso, Nicolosso keeps their cool for now. They don't have Hydra move speed, which is a big problem off creep especially. Look at how slow those Hydras are. Very awkward units. Completely forgot the Hydra upgrade. Also never got a Hive, which means you can't make the Lurker upgrades. So a Siege tank, which is sieged up, has 13 range. A Lurker, it's meant to have 10 range with the upgrades, but these guys only have 8 range when they're burrowed. Battlecruiser are going to run into some Hydras. Hydras should be able to take it out if they get underneath, but Battlecruiser obviously can kite and fight 1 or 2 Hydras at a time, which will do pretty well for it. Queen could come over and help out. BC's having a little bit of a party though right now. Ain't no party like a Hydralist party, and it teleports out, saves itself, can repair back up later. Florencio's got some pretty good turtle strats going on right now. A nuke is going to go up in the top left corner of the map as well. Guys, there's shooting galleries, and this right now is some small atoll in the Pacific, because this here is a nuke gallery. They're like, oh, well, we made this thing. We want to try it out, make sure it works real good. And you're like, I don't know if that could be an environmental disaster. They're like, nah, it'll be right. She'll be right. Let's just friggin' do it. It's just a dirty Zerg base anyway. Let's go. Jesus, that got dark. Anyway, Ling Bane go in, and then they see a planetary and 4 tanks, and wisely, they do go out. Unfortunately, Nicolosso doesn't seem to have heard the nuke alert over the sound of that tank fire. Oh me, oh my. They get blasted all day and night. Another 20 kill ghost. You might wonder, how is it 20 kills? There was like 8 lava on that hatchery, guys. So that does stack up the kill count there. Hellions going to do a bit of a drivey drive. Looks like they drove into some Banelings. I think a lot of Hellions did go down. Going to call another nuke in on the same base. Nicolosso right now is looking... I almost said Nicolost again. Oh no, don't repeat that. This is like saying bad things and then trying to repeat it. Ugh. Now that kills the extractor, but the drone that was inside the extractor gets popped out and is left there in the viscera, the blood, the guts of his comrades, and is like, oh god. Oh god. I feel like we should just title this game Chernobyl at this point, guys. I mean, at this point, Florencio's playing with his food. He is far ahead. I just want to remind you guys that this started with him basically eBay blocking, proxying, doing double bunker, kills the guy, so blocks the natural, kills the third, essentially forces an attack, and had no answer except a bunker in the back of his mineral line. And the Zerg had like 12 banelings sitting here that could have rolled in and killed all of his workers. I mean, this is the beauty of StarCraft, guys, because there's things that should happen, there's things that you expect to happen, and then there's a Florencio game where you feel like, you guys know how, isn't it like black holes that, you know, the gravity's so deep that they're so strong it bends light around it, right? I feel like Florencio's StarCraft play is like a dark nexus of friggin' stupid. And I feel like it bends all logic and normal understanding of how StarCraft works around it to the point where we, you know, like you can't really understand and comprehend. People say, oh, you go back to science school, pig. You dropped out, stupid dropout. If you just remembered, guys, even if you go to science school, you'll never be a true sewer mermaid like Florencio. You'll never understand the dark arts on the level he does. It's impossible. You can't see beyond the cheese horizon. That's just the way Florencio will always be 2 steps ahead of us normies. We're all here just like, oh, nah, like, I think I get it. You know, he's going to do the ghosts, and then while that's distracting them, the Hellions land. We don't realize there's always a 3rd step, a 4th step, a 5th step, and whatever step you get to, he's 2 steps ahead. You can't see because logic and macro cannot escape the cheese horizon. That's what we're going with anyways. So, 27 drones! Nicolosso's actually getting to a good work account, but there's nowhere to mine from, except this base. If Nicolosso can rebuild a hatchery or 2, then I've said that 27 times this game, but Florencio's still not pushing out, and his army kind of sucks. I gotta say, the reason I always say if they just do blah blah, they can beat him, is because it's almost always the case. No matter how much Florencio screws with someone, the funny thing is, I think what really makes it so captivating for me is that against a player with a good solid follow-up, they'd be so dead. But against Florencio, he likes to keep it at the level where if they just at any point regain their senses, their cool, calm composure, and make some good decisions, they will be able to win. But then he also does everything he can to stop them regaining their cool, calm, composed demeanor. And so they keep making really trash decisions and they don't come back. But like they could. And that's why it's got to be so torturous watching a replay versus, because you're like, oh, if I just did this, I could have won here. Oh, if I just did that, I could have won there. Like it's always somewhere in a vaguely competitive zone. Even now with a 40 supply advantage, you're like, oh, mech 40 supplies. He's got 36 SCVs and piss all mining. Like if the Zerg just builds another 20 workers on these top 2 left bases, if they can just defend this stuff, they'll be good. Unfortunately for them, the BCs coming in just at the time when their economy was looking like it would get stabilized. And the Zerg Nicolosso is like, oh, he's attacking me. And what has the Zerg's answer been to harassment at every point in this game? Move their army across the map, run it into a defensive position, throw it away, while leaving yourself wide open to more harassment. BC flies in there, Hellions in the top side as well. Oh, no. Running from the BC, Hellions line you up. Florencio right now. Anyone call for some barbecue? Oh god. He's even gonna scan for the finish there. The lurker trying to save the day. Look at that, he was dodging lurker shots. The lurker unburrows. And some of the drones survive, but oh me, oh my. Meanwhile, he's lurker sieging a barracks wall off. Florencio walled off with barracks for the lulz. BCs are killing the bases, and if he just rebuilds drones, I guess that last one was a little bit too late because Nicolosso was building drones, but he's lost them all. I'm guessing 160 drones died? 180, even more than I thought. Oh my god, 180 drones. Killed in one game. Units lost up 50,000 to 33,000. Florencio sending another ghost across right now, playing nuke, bang bang simulator. Look at that little ghost. Look at him little run with his little gun on his backpack. Amazing. Yeah, ghosts look ridiculous when they're running around. If you look closely at any of the units in StarCraft, they look kind of funny. Drones, you're like, wait, you guys are hovering? How? You're like, that's really confusing, man. They don't have legs or anything. Battlecruiser teleports home, one in the north as well. Okay, I think this game should be over now, guys. Let's do a quick shout out. I want to say a big thanks to everyone who's been supporting the channel as we watch what's got to be the finish of this game, guys, because The end of this game is really dragged out. I really feel at this point we're watching a cadaver just getting poked and prodded to see what's in their insides. Except Nicholas, I mean, technically he's still breathing. I guess he's not quite a cadaver. He's a guy that's dying on the battlefield with his guts half hanging out of him. But Florencio is going up and he's like, ugh, and he's just poking him with a knife and kind of, you know, having a prod. It's not very sanitary. Most people would get infected, but hey, he's a sewer mermaid. He was born in the filth. And if anything can cause this man sepsis, then I'll be surprised. Army is just move commanding past at this point. Nicoloso is going to burrow a lurker because that seems the logical way to deal with that ghost. And here we go. Florencio's moving his army forward. Oh me, oh my, he's finally going to do it. Big thanks for those on the supporting Patreon, as I said. Big thanks to everyone who's subscribed, who's commenting. And let us know in the comments, what game did you fall apart in the most? Tell us your story in the comments of when your brain completely broke and you did the dumb repeatedly. I played a game just last week versus Jason where I tried to marine tank drop on his army in a TVT for 40 minutes straight. And it was a bit of a disaster. It's just a recent memory, not my worst by any means, but one of the many times where I have fallen apart in a pressure situation in a tournament and done a bit of a dum-dum. But let me know where you guys kind of found yourself in a similar situation where you had a crazy early game, your heart rate shot up, you couldn't think calmly or clearly, and the rest of the game was an absolute poop shoot with you on the worst end of it, or the better end. Either way, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Florencio Files, and we'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night, everybody. Thanks to these Patreon supporters. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.